Hello, all my merrymakers. I am Becca. Welcome back to my channel after a little break for all of us. I hope you had a good holiday, or if you celebrate Hanukkah, that you're having a good holiday. I believe Kwanzaa is still in effect right now as well, because it's also celebrated for multiple days. Right after Christmas. I know some people are getting ready for New Year's. We're trying to figure out how to do that with the kids. My roommate suggested maybe watching whatever it is that they do in like Paris or something like that. Because I cannot stay up late. The other night, I almost fell asleep on the couch trying to watch Top Gun, and not even like the full movie, just like the very abridged version, because I have a friend who knows a lot about aircraft, and he wanted to talk about some of the stuff that was in it. So it's like, yeah, sure, we'll rent the movie from whatever, and he can talk about different things and Hollywood magic and whatnot. So that was educational, but like I think we got done at 10 p.m. and I almost didn't make it up the stairs. It was actually last night for me. And yeah. Anyway, so I did buy a New Year's like celebration kit, but it was supposed to be used on, my intent was that it was going to be used on Christmas Eve instead of New Year's Eve. But now I feel like we kind of have to use it. So it's one of those things where it's just like, okay, what do we do? How do we do it so that we don't end up with a whole bunch of cranky, well, not a whole bunch of cranky, but 2 cranky kids and a cranky Becky as well. Excuse me. If there's something telegraphed from Paris, might go that route. We'll see if we can find out. Or we could just, school starts next week. Starts back up, I should say, next week. So it's just like, oi, might be just better off, maybe staying up a little bit late so that the kids feel like they were included. We'll see. We'll see. Resolutions. I don't think I don't like doing resolutions. I think there's like a statistic out there that says like 70% or something, maybe even higher, of all New Year's resolutions are broken before the end of January or some ridiculousness like that. And that's because a lot of people feel like they need a special occasion like New Year's or, Monday to start whatever they feel like starting. Whereas for me, I'm like, you know what? If I feel like this needs to be done, it could be the randomest day ever, and we're just going to start doing it. Which, I did take a little bit of a break from my personal health journey and did a little bit of indulgence this week, but gonna go through everything today and be like, okay, if it's not eaten by the end of today and it's not healthy, it's gone. I'd rather it go in the waste basket than be on my waste, that kind of thing. So I guess I should explain that a little bit. For those of you who don't know, I have kind of been on a health journey for a while now. I call it a health journey because it's not a weight loss journey. It started out that way, but I've come to realize that if I think about it as weight loss, it's all about denying myself something. But if I think about it as a health journey and that I'm gaining health and longevity, I'm gaining all the things that I want. You know, I'm gaining stamina, I'm gaining energy, and if I lose weight as part of that process, then bonus, and if I don't lose weight as part of that process, at one, then, that kind of stinks, but again, that's not the goal, I will be turning 40 this year. And, this past year I saw my grandfather pass away due to health complications. My mother-in-law's not doing so hot because of her health complications. And I'm like, you know what? I don't want to go out that way. I want to be able to do stuff up until whatever happens, happens. So, and I don't just want to survive, I want to thrive. So I get there by making good health decisions for myself and by passing on that ability to make good health decisions to my children. And it's not anything that, running around it's not an overnight thing. It's all the stuff that we know we should be doing, but don't, have a tendency not to do. Whole grains, dark leafy vegetables, eating the rainbow of fruit and vegetables, and, getting at least half an hour of, exercise a day. It's not rocket science. But, too many people want the quick and easy way. And you know what? If it was quick and if it was easy, then, we wouldn't be spending as much money as we're spending on it to get it. Just saying. So, one of the things I'm going to be starting soon, with my daughter, hopefully, is, I don't know if you know this, but I record this on Mondays. Is today Monday? Mondays. Yep. So I record this on Mondays while my daughter is in therapy, physical therapy, because that's a person who did not have this revelation of taking care of not only herself but her child and other needs that they might have belatedly. She has overall core muscle weakness that needs to be worked on. But she also, for almost 2 whole years, was non-speaking. And now she speaks, but even as her mother and her primary caretaker, there are times I don't understand her. So we finally got our speech evaluation, and hopefully that means we will be starting speech sometime soon, which means I will have more time to record. So one of the things I'm hoping that will happen is I can start recording tutorials. Now, I know that the Blissful Flowers motif was one that I said that I wanted to do. I can't remember if there was another one that somebody asked me to do or not. But if there are tutorials that you would like, either knitting or crochet, I will do my best. You know, I don't, copyright laws are a little bit weird. And the last thing I need as a YouTube channel that isn't insanely popular is to incur the wrath of the YouTube overlords and get, docked because I put it up copyright material. So there's that. I have actually recently discovered that there are crochet and knitting people on Patreon. So that's kind of cool. I did sign up for one, and now I can't think of the one I signed up for that is crochet and knitting related. But she does vintage designs. Like, I'm really interested to see what that entails. Right now I'm making a hat for my son. So he asked for a hat to sleep in. He used to have one, but he outgrew it. So he asked me to make one. He said that he wanted it to be green. We came across one that was striped, and he's like, oh, I want mine to be Christmas colors. So that's why this is Christmas colors. This is all yarn that I actually have had in my stash for a while. So, the only one I'm 90% sure on is this white one. I think it's I Love This Yarn Metallic in white. It's either that or Red Heart. And again, the other colors I have no idea, because they're not done in the same way as the white one. I don't know if you can see that, but the metal is, or not the metal, but the shiny stuff is wrapped around and is actually keeping the yarn together, versus I want to call it tinsel, so I'm just going to call it tinsel for the white, is still wrapped around it, but that's after it's been plied. What about you guys? Any New Year's resolutions or goals for the next year? I'm already doing the Year of the Whip, which I'm trying not to start any new projects. Obviously, this is for my son, and it's for his birthday, which is coming up. So that, plus it's using some of my stash. I might start doing what I've seen Sam from Math and Makes do, which is weigh my makes after they're done, and like kind of do like a stash down 2025. Because as you know, I still will be buying yarn. Like I had told you guys, my goal is to purchase yarn from either independent or small business hand dyers. We talked about Bridget from Queen's Crafts by Bridget being the first one that I would buy from. I've actually got my eye on a yarn that she has on her website. I think it's called Spellcaster, because we're following that color wheel that I have. And of course the first color is red, and that's the one she has that has the most red. It's a little bit out of my normal wheelhouse, but again, that's a part of this challenge for me, is to work with colors that are not normally in my wheelhouse. I will be placing that order after the new year, just as a kind of like a step into the new year. And then depending on when it arrives, I'm hoping to either open it mid to late January and basically keep on doing that for each month. Now, I haven't seen anything in a while as far as just because I've been busy. I've been entertaining, so I haven't watched anybody's videos in a while. But the reason Queenscraft by Bridget was first was because a lot of you suggested Queenscraft by Bridget. I'm thinking Thriss might be next. But I am always open to suggestions. Well, especially with the next color being red orange for February. That might be hard, since a lot of probably independent hand dyers will be doing Valentine colors. So I am following quite a few more hand dyers on Instagram as well. So if there's no suggestions here, I'll probably just be tapping that as a resource. And hopefully I'll introduce you guys into some new yarn that you might like. But that's it for now. I am hoping to do an All the Things Thursday this week, which will be the first one of 2025. And, you know, next week will be another crochet and talk, as we do Let's Talk Tuesday. So, if you like this video, I know it was mostly me just talking and updating, but if you liked it, please give it a like, especially if you're a subscriber and would like to stay subscribed so that the evil YouTube lords don't unsubscribe you from my channel against your will. Feel free to comment down below. If you're not subscribed yet, I have a lot of yarning content, and if that's your job, make sure that you hit subscribe. And if you want to help this channel grow, share this video with everyone you know. In the meantime, make what makes you merry. Ciao.